Right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you're doing well. It's another week. We are here to go back into the market again. Okay, so today is gonna be a brief session because today is Monday, and as you all know, Mondays are kind of patient days that we observe the market and see what the market is up to. So without wasting too much time, let's look at the dollar index. Last week we talked about price moving away from this fair value gap over here, and doing the we had the market just stay around in there. Tuesday came into it, Wednesday showed some signs, Thursday nothing happened, we went up, came back down. Friday I was anticipating NFP to do what this did, but it went over the weekend closing down here, and that's exactly what I was expecting. When the market opens, we are going to go up, and the draw on liquidity as I gave last week was 98.60. So 98.60 is still the upside objective for the dollar index. That's going to be the next target, and beyond that I don't know what's going to happen. We will see how price will go above last month high, which is September's high. Now usually, we do have October, November, December going up. Okay, so October, November, December, those 3 months we usually have the dollar index going up. So let's see if that will be the case, if they can sustain a move above the previous month high. So currently that is where the market is going. Okay, if you can find the high right there. Okay, that high right there, that is where the market is being drawn to, right here. So 98.63, between 98.60 and 98.63, that is what the market wants to go for. Now once we go above it, that's when we will see how the market wants to go. On the daily time frame, we have a volume imbalance, so that's a positive thing, because now institutional order flow is bullish. We have the fair value gap over here creating an order block and a fair value gap here, and as it stands we are currently creating an order block over here, and that order block will potentially also come with a fair value gap, meaning order flow is bullish and we are likely gonna trade inside this gap. Okay, so that is where I think the market is going for now. 99.07. Okay, so once we go above that previous month high 98.63, we might have a continuation to 99.07. so look forward for a continuation to the upside for 99.07. okay, and then from there we will look at the the euro, because the euro will be the opposite. Last week I spoke about this fair value gap holding to send price lower. Okay, so let's go to the monthly time frame. So euro is also likely gonna go for, let's remove some of these lines. This was a target last week. I think they've nailed it beautifully when the market opened. But this is where I think the market is going. 1.160. Okay, 1.160. That is where the market is being drawn to, which is the previous month low. So look forward for a continuation to the downside on the euro. On the daily, we are creating an order block here, and similar to the dollar index, we have this gap moving price away. So ideally a potential gap can also form here, and then we will aim for this low, and if they do, they are likely gonna take out these ones as well and draw into that. Okay, so let's take it one at a time. First 1.1608, and then we look for the fair value gap below. British pound, same thing. We moved away from this fair value gap. We moved away from that fair value gap. Now on the monthly, based on the monthly, price is definitely likely gonna take out 1.3323. Okay, that previous month low. Price is looking for that, so that is going to be the draw on liquidity. Now once we go for it, we can go for this low as well, because that's equal low, perfectly engineered equal low. But it's gonna depend on how the dollar index will trade after they take out that previous month high, as I identified on the previous chart. So once we take out this low, then we will reanalyze it. Okay, now the reason why the British pound is not dropping as aggressive as the euro is because we have euro pound this morning slamming down, but I think that is a pullback. It's likely gonna go back up again this week, because last week I was looking for higher prices since they traded into a fair value gap. We have a raid over here, and then we've raided that. So I think this is a perfect buying opportunity. If I was awake in the morning, I probably would have bought it over there, because we have a fair value gap and an order block here, so price will likely respect it. This is on a weekly time frame, by the way, hence price is not going to break that down candle, this one. So we are likely gonna go back up here, and then here, and potentially that one. Okay, so a buying opportunity is on this. If you like, I'll probably place my stop loss below the London session low and then aim for higher prices over here. Okay, something like that. Why? Because this run to this low shouldn't have happened. So the fact that it happened means they only came for the liquidity below the previous week low and to recalibrate on the last down candle over here. So higher prices. Gold, I think we all aware. I was looking for 3900 last week. We came close to it, and then we closed, and then overnight we've shot above it. So I think the next psychological level was 950. They've already hit that. Okay, they've gone above 950, so We are likely gonna go for 4K. We are likely gonna go for 4K. Okay, so don't look for sells. Selling is forbidden. Only look for buys because it's bullish. So continue looking for buys. On the daily time frame, as I mentioned, if you recall, this was a gap, down candle, expansion. If you see it coming down again, it's a pullback. Okay, it's gonna continue going up. Hence, if you see it dropping, buy it again and aim for the 4,000 level. Okay, so if you see gold coming down, maybe it might just come and form the low of the week and then continue going up. So if you see it coming down, don't see it as a drop, but rather buy. This drop here was a buy, it wasn't a sell, so they will not break this. Okay, so whatever happens, this low is likely going to be protected. So a good level to see a buy happen will be here and here. If any pullback should happen, that would be your best place to buy to continue going up to the 4K level. Okay, all right, let's go to crude oil. So crude oil, the pullback is happening, but I still think we're gonna go down. This week we are bearish. I like the fact that we are going up the Monday. So this is how it looks like on the chart. The drawn liquidity is here, 5973. We are looking for continuation to the downside. Now this might be a pullback, not might be, it is a pullback. So watch over here between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The high of the week can likely fall out there and then resume going up. So don't chase a sell right now. I was anticipating the pullback to be in here. They went slightly below it, and then you can see they're back above it, and now that area is acting as support. Okay, so watch this area here where we can get a pullback to and continue going down. Okay, so that is the ES. So ES is still bullish, 6838. That was the upside objective that I gave last week. They did reach for the first level, which is the projection that I did on the weekly time frame, this down candle projection. They've reached the first target, which is here. The second target is up there, 6838 level. So look for continuation to the upside. This drop here is not a sell, a small buying that took place, similar to gold, similar to this drop here. Okay, so look for continuation. I think I still have my buy that I took last week right here. They came right back to my entry. If I had put my stop loss to break even, they would have tapped me off and then went away. I'm still in there, expecting it to continue going up. Okay, so that is the ES for you. Let's move on to the crypto market. Bitcoin, we did go for our all-time highs as we were looking for. Now that's not the end. I think we will continue going up. I think I already gave some projections. Let's do it again. Okay, so we are looking for 129,384, then 141,868. Okay, those are your upside objectives. So Bitcoin, you can look for continuation to the upside. Any pullback, any down candle that forms, especially on the H4, okay, wait for them to go back above it and then you buy. Down, down, up, pullback, buy, down, down, pullback, buy, pullback, buy, pullback. Okay, so anytime we create a down candle, now we might create one down candle on the daily, one or two, but it will only dip into a fair value gap. So watch this and that one. Don't chase what is happening because you're already moving higher. Only buy when it pulls back. Okay, so watch these two because they might pull back into it and then continue going up. Ethereum, same thing. I think I like the fact that we've created an auto block here, this one. So it's a huge positive sign that we are gonna aim for 4598. 4598. That will be a draw on liquidity. So look for the continuation to the upside on Ethereum. 4958, or think it's very close to the psychological level 5k. So let's look for 5k. Okay, so 5k Ethereum, that's your target. Okay, Solana, same thing. I think I gave some few levels on that candle that's going to reach there. Once we breach that, we will make an all-time high again. Okay, so watch that. Once we go through it, Solana will reach all-time high again. It wasn't able to close above this down candle, which it's in of itself not bad, but I would have preferred this close above that. So we want to see an explosive candle up this week to go above this high, and it will activate these two down candles as an auto block because of the fair value gap. So we want to see big candles this week trading above the 253 level. Okay, XRP, same thing. We want price to breach that again. Couldn't close above it. Sometimes it's not bad. Most important is we are above this down this up candle prior to the move down. We are above it, so that's a positive sign that will become a breaker and hold price to continue going up. So expect a push to the upside. I think usually you get a seasonal move on the cryptos between October, November, December. So let's see if we can get a bullish October. As I mentioned, October, November, December, these are months that market will move, especially October to the first 2 weeks of December, and the market is gonna trend. So you just have to find yourself in a very good market and then you hold it. One of them is the ES. ES is a very good market to hold between October and December. Okay, and then definitely Euro and Pound, good to hold for selling during October, November, December. Okay, let's go to Hype. So Hype, next target 53, 57, and then 59. This is just a pullback. We have a fair value gap and auto block holding to send us up. So look for continuation to the upside. 53.70, 57.27, and then 59.39. Those are your upside objectives. AI 16, this gap is now our barrier. We want to see aggressive move through that. Okay, on the monthly, like I said, we are due for an up candle, way overdue for an up candle. Okay, so this month being a trending month, we might likely get a move through the previous month high, and then we will see the November month. This month I'll be happy to see them close above this. Okay, and when it does, I'll talk about it. Why? Because the signs are all there. We just needed to do it, and then I'll talk about how I'm seeing it. Okay, but sometimes the signs of price going up or price going down are there. They just have to confirm it. Once it's confirmed, I'll tell you about it, how I saw that coming. Okay, so we need an energetic price candle or bullish candle to trade through 10 or 0.10, this level. If we can trade through it, we are going to continue going up. And then finally, Satsky. I think yesterday or over the weekend, I spoke about the 50% level. So the wick, let me zoom in. The wick, this huge wick here, if you measure that, the 50% was here. Okay, the 618 was here. I think they went to the 618. Usually when you have a huge wick like this, you can divide it into 4. Let me go to the weekly so you can see the wick. Like this. You divide it into 4. Oops. Gradient pricing. Nope. Not that one. Okay, that's it. This one here. So when you have a huge wick like that, you can divide it into 4 and then pay attention to the first 2. Usually price will reverse from the first 2. Okay, the first 2. If it doesn't reverse from the 1, it will reverse from the second one, and then price will go up. So I'm not surprised to see what we're seeing. We might come for the previous week high over here this week. Looking at how all the cryptos are looking to go up, we can get that this week on Chachki as well. Okay, so that is all I have for you for today. The best markets, Bitcoin is looking good, Ethereum is looking good, and then the Euro and Pound are also looking good for lower prices. Crude oil looking good for a pullback, and gold looking good for continuation. Just wait for pullback. Then ES looking good for continuation. Okay, so that is all I have for you for today. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you all next session, which is tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.